Good morning and welcome to our live crafting session today. My name's Jenny McCormack and I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the market town of Brackley in Northamptonshire in the UK. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. I have some simple but stunning cards to create with you, and we'll be using this stamp set called, as you can see, Marvellous Nature. This is the American spelling in case you think there's a typing mistake. But well, I say that. I'm sure I'd spell it with two L's. Now I'm not so sure. Anyway, ignoring that issue, it's a fabulous stamp set. It has two main images, as you can see. One here with swallows, or they could be swifts. I don't think they're house martins. And then we have this lovely foliage here with the fern. And these are very detailed stamps. And these remind me of the stamps that we had I think it was last Christmas. Or was it the Christmas before? I think it was last Christmas, that had the stable and it had the church. So it's a solid stamp with this detail cut out, almost like a lino cut effect. And it has 3 sentiments: thanks for everything, lots of love, and you're marvellous. Now I'm querying that whole spelling, so maybe it's my spelling that's incorrect. Who knows? Perhaps somebody would look it up and see. Anyway, so this is what we're going to create today. You can find this in the current catalogue on page 106, and that's where you'll find the information. Morning, Catherine. Morning, Carol. And what was I going to say? I completely lost it now. I don't know. It is double L, thank you. So it's a really easy stamp set to use because all you need to do is stamp the image, and you can do it in a single colour or multiple colours. So today we're just going to do a straightforward inking. We're going to be using the foliage one here with the fern, and my chosen colour is one of our new ink colours, Moody Mauve. And I'm teaming that up on a note card because this is what we're doing at Coffee and Card today and tomorrow. And that's going to go onto a layer of Moody Mauve cardstock, and then that's going to go onto one of our white note cards. So nice, clean and simple, and an easy start, hopefully, to the week. And we also have the coordinating gems, and I've got those in the coordinating Moody Mauve as well, so I'll add those. Okay, so let's get cracking. £25 for the set. As I say, it's on page 106, and there's a couple of samples here on the page, and tomorrow I'm going to recreate this element, which is using some daubers to add a different level of colour here. So that's my plan for tomorrow, and that will be in the evening. Okay, so let's get cracking. These are my 2 samples that I had ready for Coffee and Card on Friday. This one is done in Starry Sky. It does work really well with a dark ink pad, but it equally works well with a lighter one, but you don't get quite the contrast on the page. I've used Thanks from the Best Family Ever stamp set, and then this one here is done in the Wild Wheat, and I've used the sentiment Lots of Love for that one. Right, double L, thank you, Carol. Oh dear. That's what I'd written in the text for the video, but then I suddenly sort of did a double take. So in that case, this one which is probably why I haven't used it. It's really good for the American spelling, but less good for us here in the UK. So I am going to use my Stamparatus. I know this sadly has been withdrawn and retired, but I really do want to get a good impression. So what I'm going to do is put my card down and then just locate my stamp over it, and I'm just going to mark this in case I need to. 1 and 2. It's a beautiful morning this morning, but very blustery indeed. Okay, so I have, for some reason I haven't put the label on. Let me do that quickly because it will make life a bit easier. I put the labels on the sentiments, just not the larger pieces. I think I was in such a hurry to ink it up and try it. So let's just pop that on. It'll make it easier for lining up. Okay, so I hope everybody had a nice weekend. Catherine, I hope your husband did well. His first duathlon. I don't know if that's how you say it. So is that cycling and running, I want to say. The triathlon is swimming, cycling and running, isn't it? Okay, so yep, that looks clean. So I'm going to position this. Now I know this is quite tight because I've cut this down to fit my note cards. Okay, but if you're putting on a full-size card, you've got a bit more to play with. So you could either position this down and have a sentiment at the top, you could put it in the middle. I'm going to have mine slightly high of centre, and then I'm going to put my sentiment underneath. And obviously this, you could use this really for any occasion. It could be a birthday, it could be, oh, both are correct. Oh, thank you, Catherine. Oh, that doesn't make me feel quite so bad. Running, cycling, running. Oh, running, cycling, running. Oh my goodness. Wow. Okay, so I'm using Moody Mauve, and this is a new ink pad. And I don't want the ink to pool on this large stamp. So I am just going to, hopefully you can see that okay. Yes, just about. Move some of this ink just using the edge of a block. You could use a bone folder as well. You can see how inky this is. So I'm just moving the ink away from the edge so that I can ink up the stamp without going overboard. So, and I'm making sure that I use the top of the stamp. So now if you've got a foam mat or a mouse mat, you could put that underneath, and you could do it without the Stamparatus. There we go, just making sure there's no odd hairs. Ooh, that's what happened last time, wasn't it? I must have moved my camera down slightly. Okay, so I'm going to position that on there and just using the heel of my hand to press that down. So this is a really easy card to recreate, and this would be perfect for multiple thank yous or invitations, or if you just wanted to do a set of note cards for somebody, then that would definitely be a good choice. So there's our Moody Mauve, hope you can see that. So I am going to make it slightly darker, so I'd rather build it up in layers than have it so dark to start with. So I'm just going to do another impression. There we go. Try and do it without rocking the camera. I can see it moving slightly, the webcam. Right. Right, there we go. So there I've got my stamped image. Just lift that off like that. It is. And it's got all of the details in the leaves, all the veins, but I'm not sure how much of that you can actually see on the camera. Okay, and I think what I'm going to do is maybe stamp part of my envelope while I'm at it. Let's have a look and see. So I'm going to position this even less than that, maybe like so, just so I've got this corner on my envelope. So I just want to protect this mat underneath, so just going to put a bit of grid paper on there. Let's just put this down. I could have put a piece underneath, I suppose. That would have been better. So I hope everybody's had a good weekend. The weather was, it was a bit variable over the weekend, but I think it was generally okay. So I'm just going to put that on, just to mask off my mat so I don't get too much ink all over my mat. There we go. So just re-ink that. Make sure I've got it covered, yes. There we go. And then I'll just add the sentiment and it's done. There we go. I'm expecting a UPS delivery any time with the rest of my catalogues ready to go, so fingers crossed Craig will be here. There we go. So there's my envelope. Okay, now all I need to do is add my stamp sentiment, and I'm going to use Lots of Love, which is here, and that's a great sentiment because it could be for anything. It could be a birthday, it could be a thinking of you, it could be just general note card sentiment. And I'm going to keep it all with Moody Mauve, so we've just got a single colour plus white. Just testing that out. So Lots of Love, there we go. And very simply we're just going to layer that up. So let me find the layers that I've just buried. This Moody Mauve wasn't my first choice of colour. When I saw the new in colours, you tend to gravitate towards, you know, certain colours, and boho blue was certainly one of mine, because I like different blues, and this wasn't high on my list, but the more I've used it, the more I like it, as is so often the way, isn't it? It's quite an ageless colour, if that makes any sense. Oh my goodness, Catherine burnt her forehead yesterday in the sun. It was lovely here in the morning, and then it clouded over in the afternoon a little bit, so I didn't quite get my garden time I'd hoped for. Okay. So there's my Lots of Love. There's my matching envelope. And then all I'm going to do is just add some gems to that. and I've got large and small. So these are our in colour gems, and I do have an in colour club that runs. That's a little bit big. So if you want to collect all of the in colours and have a complete selection over a period of 5 months, then you can join my in colour club, and basically that allows you to collect each month the blends pens, the Stampin' Up marker, the ink pad, the card stock, the ribbon. You get some free matching coordinating bags, and also I've missed something from there. Blends, ribbon. Oh dear, you can tell my mind's not, I'm not quite engaged today, can't you? Let me have a look. The designer papers, that was it. So you get cardstock, an ink pad, a right marker, 8 pieces of the coordinating designer paper, free gift bag. You get the decorative dots, the ribbon and the blends pens in each colour, and you can either select to have the whole lot together at a discounted £150, and you get a free pack of the coordinating jute twine, or you can do it month by month, which is a good way to build your supplies, and it's £31 per month. That includes delivery, and that's anywhere in the UK, and it's a good way of building up. So basically you each month will have a different colour, and you'll have all of these elements. After 5 months you'll have the whole in colour club collection, and these colours last for 2 years in terms of Stampin' Up being current, but obviously for customers and hobby demonstrators you can use them for as long as you've got them. You can get the refills obviously for the ink pads as well. Morning Valerie, I hope you're well. So morning Linda, just spotted everybody who's joined, so thank you so much everybody. So this is our card, and this is what we're doing at Coffee and Card today and tomorrow. So it's a really beautiful stamp. It's called Marvellous Nature, and we've got this one, and then we've got the birds here that go with it, and we'll be doing that one tomorrow in an ombre design. So I'm going to do a different technique with those. So there's that same one there, and then this is the one with the bird. So tomorrow we're going to be doing this, but we're going to be using daubers so that this panel behind goes from dark to light. So I hope you're able to join us for that. So thank you so much. Marvellous Nature. We'll be using this for a couple of days for this week. And so I look forward to either seeing you at Coffee and Card this afternoon or tomorrow, if you're local and available. Or if not, I will be here tomorrow evening 7 PM for our next crafting session with this fabulous stamp set. Thank you so much everybody. Do have a great day. Depending on when you're watching, that could be all day, afternoon or evening. I appreciate you supporting me and watching and joining in. Thanks for your lovely comments, your thumbs up and your hearts, and I look forward to crafting again with you soon. Watch out for details of our May class in a box coming out later today. I've got some brand new designs, so I hope you're able to join me for that too. Thank you so much everyone. Do take care. Bye for now.